you have to have Mila, you have to have Tefillah. A woman doesn't need Mila, obviously, but there's a certain procedure you have to follow. So how could it be that all these people are considered Geirim even though they didn't follow the procedure?
However, moving didn't follow it either.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to get at. Now there's another halacha in the Rambam, which at the first glance when you see the halacha, it seems strange. The Rambam says that if three hadyotis were megayer somebody, just three people sat down, three from Jews sat down at a table, sat down with the ger, and they said, okay, you want to become Jewish? Yeah. Here's the bris, and here's the tefillah, and you're Jewish. So the Rambam says that with the Eved, of course, you need to have a beis din. But with the Eved, if there's a beis din shel hadyotis, it's still considered a valid gerus. So the question is, how does that work? Either you need a beis din or you don't. What does it mean that? What does it mean that he became? How do we explain that? So I think that it's a chiddush of how we look at gerus. I think if you look in the Rishonim, I think everybody looked at it that way. In the Gemara, it's just for us, it sounds like a chiddush. So we can say it in one sentence. The chiddush is Judaism isn't a religion. I'll say it again. Yiddishkeit is not a religion. And that's why we don't have converts. A convert would be called a mithapech, somebody who changed himself. You don't convert to Judaism. You're a ger. A ger means somebody that lives with you. You're a neighbor. They're neighbors to Judaism. Why is that? Because Judaism isn't a religion. Judaism is a nation. We have some very religious billboards on the way here. You're coming in from Brooklyn. I used to see it every day. There's one telling us that Yashka is still alive, and I called up the phone number. I expected him to pick up the phone. It wasn't him. And there's one that says why Islam? You choose to become a Muslim. So I called up that one too, and they gave me a list of things I have to do. You have to pray 5 times a day. You have to fast for a month once a year, and you have to make sure to go to Mecca. And a few lists, and you do that. That's it. You sign the dotted line. You're Muslim. But Yiddishkeit isn't a religion in that sense. Yiddishkeit is a nation. It says this week in the parasha, "V'yisem li segula mikol ha'amim." Hashem chose us, and He said, "You are my people." Like it says in Dvarim, "Rak b'veisecha chashak Hashem lahava v'yisem v'yivchar b'zarim achreim b'chem mikol ha'amim." Hashem delighted in your forefathers, and then He chose their children after them, and He chose us to be His nation. So it's not that we're a religion, we're a family, and we're in a relationship with Hashem. So when you're in a relationship, there's certain things you have to do, and there's certain things that you don't do. And I had somebody call me up, and he said, I'm a little bit involved now in a beis din for divorce. He calls me up, he says, Rabbi, my wife went crazy, she wants a divorce. I said, okay, what happened? What'd she go crazy? So he says, well, I know she doesn't like when I smoke around her, so I went downstairs to smoke, and then she yells at me why I'm going downstairs at 3 a.m, smoking on the street in my underwear. And I don't understand her problem. What she want me to do, smoke in the bedroom? She went crazy. Of course I'm going to smoke on the street in my underwear. So anybody with
smoking.
Wow. Yeah.
So, there's more to this.
That was a joke. I don't want to hear. I don't want the answer.
Yeah.
We should introduce them to e-cigarettes with solves issues.
So yeah, we'll definitely save that marriage. E-cigarettes. So when you're in a relationship, there's certain things that you do, like, and there's certain things that you don't do. If even though you'd very much like to go downstairs with your underwear at 3 a.m. and smoke on the street, if you're what you want, you don't do. There's certain things that you do, and there's certain things that you don't do, and that's what the mitzvahs are. That's what the Torah is. So anybody that feels that relationship with Hashem and feels that connection with Hashem, who are we to tell them, oh, you're not Jewish? Because what makes us Jewish? What makes us Jewish is that Hashem chose us. So who are you to say that Hashem didn't chose this guy? If the guy is really recognizes Hashem and decides with all his heart to follow Hashem and to do all Hashem's mitzvahs and to be in that relationship with Hashem, So how can we refuse him and tell him you're not accepted? It's up to Hashem really.
But yeah, we see we do that anyways.
What?
We do see that today, we do that anyways.
Okay, so what it is that lahalacha we need to be able to marry. We need to be able to we have to have some type of vetting process. We can't just say Hakabidei Shemaim and the Kim Yer Lelevov and Hashem knows what's in this person's heart, because otherwise we're gonna have, we won't be able to do everybody that wants to come to Israel. You have to have some sort of vetting process. So for us, we need it to be a valid geir so that we can include them in our family and we can marry them and we could join. But etzem between Hashem and that's the difference between a ger and a ger tzedek. A ger tzedek is somebody that follows the proper protocol, and then there could be somebody else that's he's just a ger. He's a ger. You can't take that away from him that he wants to join and he's going to live in Eretz Yisrael together with us and he's going to move in as a neighbor when Mashiach comes and go to the Beis Hamikdash and bring karbanos. But you can't say that he's a ger tzedek. Anyway, that's as far as the introduction goes. Now we get to our sugya about marriage. So there's a Mishnah, it's right over here. The Mishnah says, Hamnitan ala shivcha. If there was a tain on somebody with a shivcha, meaning there were rumors going around that somebody had a female slave. Now we know, Eved, Avodim and Shvachos, male and female slaves, are partial Jews. They have to have a tvila before they start working, and then as soon as they're nishtacher, as soon as they're emancipated or freed, they become full Jews. So hanitan al shivcha. So somebody had a shivcha, and there were tightness on him that there was a certain forbidden relationship going on between the man and the shivcha. So hanitan al shivcha v'nishtachera, and then what do you know? He said, you know what? She's free. He let her out, and then. Or with a non-Jewish woman, not his shivcha, but his gayer, and she became a giyaris. So next thing you know, they're announcing their engagement. So the Mishnah says, so he can't marry her. They can't marry each other. So the reason we'll see soon. But here, actually, let's see it right now. You look at the Rashi, you see Rashi, the second Rashi. There, Lo Yisa'ana, Rashi has a different gear. So Lo Yisa'ana, you shouldn't marry her. So Rashi says, Mishum Laz, Shelo Yoimru Emes Hoya HaKoyin Harishan. We don't want, there's gonna be a Laz going around, there's gonna be Lashon Hara going around, and everybody's gonna say, oh, you see, the rumor was true. There was a rumor going around, this person has a relationship with this woman, and now they're getting married. So obviously, it was true, and so because of that, don't get yourself into chshad, don't marry her. The Mishnah continues, in Konas, if you married her, we don't have a right to annul this marriage. They could stay married.
Yes.
What?
You could get annulled.
Yeah. We can't make them do it again. Yeah, we can't bring it to divorce. So the Gemara doesn't understand this. The Gemara starts off right away. I'm skipping the last line because that's a whole different sugya. The Gemara starts off Hagiyoris miyahavyan. So he can't marry her, but she's a giyoris. How can it be that she's a giyoris? Echad ishan is gayer l'shum isha. If a man is megayer because he wants to marry a Jewish woman. Echad isha is gayer l'shum ish. If a woman is megayer because she wants to marry a man. Chayishan is gayer l'shum. Okay, different benefits that a person wants to be megayer, different reasons a person wants to be megayer. Einon geirim devirim nechemir. Nechemi says they're not geirim. All these people. Shahoyer nechemi oirim. Nechemi said echad geirei aroyis, which is the kusam, the shemronim. Ve'echad geirei chaloimis. Somebody converted because of a dream that he had. Sefer Kuzari. In the beginning, it says that the king of Khuzar had a dream. He kept having the same dream. The dream was that a malach or a voice told him that your intentions are good, but your actions aren't. Your intentions are good, your actions aren't. So he understood that Hashem is sending him a message that he has to do more actions. He says he brought more karbanos to the Avodah Zarah, more karbanos to the Avodah Zarah, and he still kept having that dream until he realized he has to explore maybe different religions, and that's how he arrived to Judaism, and that's how we have the whole Sefer. So there's something known as Gerei Chaloimus. Somebody had a dream that forced him to become a ger. Echad Gerei Mordechai Esther. By Purim, it says Rab Me'am Ha'aretz Nisyadim. Everybody dressed up as Jews. That's one of the reasons we dress up in Purim. So it says Einon Geir. They're not Geir. She's Geir B'zman Hazeh. They have to be Megair B'zman Hazeh. Right away. What do you mean B'zman Hazeh? Salkidatach. They're all dead. You know, they're buried. Somebody that's buried can't be Megaya. Last we check. Ema kibizman hazeh. It has to be in a situation of galus. If you're in a situation of galus and it's a difficult situation, still they want to be Megaya, so that means something, and he's a ger. So the Chayr was pshat in our Mishnah, where it's certainly a case of somebody that's Megayer l'shem ishus. Somebody's Megayer because he wants to marry. So how could we say that it's a valid gerus? That for the Evid, they could still stay married. There's only a question about the marriage. What about the gerus? So the Gemara says that the truth is we don't paskin like your Nechemi. Itmer Allah, Amr Yitzchak Bar Shmuel, Bar Martin, Mishmei Rav, Halacha Kedivrei Omer Kulam Geirim. That the Lamaisa, the halacha is that they're all Geirim. All of these people that we just, the man that gets married to the woman that gets married to the man, the ones that get married because they want an influential position in the kingdom of Shlomo HaMelech, whatever reason you're Megayer, we accept all these guys. We accept all these Geirim. Gemara says, Dihachi Lekatchila Nami. If they're valid Gerim, so why can't he marry her Lekatchila? Takeaways, people shouldn't be talking. We don't want the rumors to start spreading. We don't want people talking about them. And so we say don't marry, because if you marry